Hey guys, welcome to the Field of 68 YouTube channel. If you like what you see here, hit that subscribe button and you'll get more college basketball content just like this. All right. Biggest disappointment this year, Fanta, we'll go to you first on this one.
Well, you got to be disappointed with Maryland. I mean, they've got 3 losses and they got smacked at Villanova. I mean, Kevin Willard is now 0-7 their lifetime. It's been a house of horrors for him. But man, oh man, they just don't look like themselves at all. I mean, they're not playing, they're not in any flow. And they are counting on freshmen Jamie Kaiser and Deshaun Harris-Smith to step up here. And I think that I don't know if it's that we overestimated them, but I think that they'll eventually figure it out. But they're just the same issue of last year. Last year, it was amazing that they made the round of 32 guys, because they were one of the worst three-point shooting teams in the country, and they still are. Other big disappointments. Let's face it, I'm disappointed by Michigan State. I'm disappointed. Because when we talked about them ahead of the season, we had these expectations. I don't think, like, to the people who, and maybe you guys will disagree with me, they are not one of 7 or 8 national title contenders for me at all. And I don't think they're ever going to get there, because the same issues that existed last year exist this year. And then my other disappointment, and last but not least, I'm very disappointed by St. Mary's.
Mm-hmm.
What the heck?
They miss Logan Johnson. They really, really miss Logan Johnson, a guy that can create for others. They got a bunch of guys that can create for themselves. They miss a guy that can create for others.
I don't disagree, and you're right on Logan Johnson. I like him. But they got drubbed by Xavier on Sunday, who could finish 7th in the Big East. And maybe they'll be better than that. But right now, if you ask Sean Miller, he would tell you where his team's at, and he'd say, we're not where I want to be right now. In fact, we're not even close. St. Mary's, you brought back too much talent. I know you're missing Logan Johnson, but you cannot. They scored 49 points, T.O., against Xavier, a young Xavier team. That was a rough performance by the Gales.
Mm-hmm. I had the Big Ten as a whole, T.O., for my biggest disappointment.
No kidding.
Just the Big Ten period. You want to take it? Go ahead.
No. You go ahead. Go ahead. I think I'm going to surprise you a little bit, because I wasn't really high on this team to begin with, and I have 2.
All right, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. You go first.
Yeah, sorry. But yeah, so the first one, because the buildup, the promise by the new coach that they're going to win championships in the big city. And I understand. I kind of saw this coming, to be honest with you. But St. John's,
come on.
But St. John's, look, you come in, the expectations are that big. You're sending letters saying championships are coming to New York, and then you lay an egg against Michigan at home. You finally get that big Patino game there at the Garden. You lose by 16. Then you go down, you lose to a Dayton team that is comparable in talent. But they're missing their point guard for the season. And then you beat a Utah team that's, I think, is a good team, but I think it's a matchup nightmare for Utah, because the way St. John's plays, they get up underneath. The only reason I'm saying it like this, guys, is because of the hype that was coming in, and because of the buildup that was led up by their own program. So to start out 3-2, I consider it a little bit of a disappointment, not a massive one, but a little bit of one. You could see this was going to happen. The roster wasn't where it was going to be. I was sending John text messages. I was like, guys, I appreciate the hype, but this roster is not where it's going to be in 2 years.
Because do you think they'll make the tournament this year?
I think it's going to be really hard.
I don't.
I think it's going to be hard.
They need to take a big step forward in the next.
And I think it also comes down to how many teams get into the tournament from the Big East.
I think it'll be.
And that's a conversation we don't necessarily want to have right now. But right now, you're looking at a 4-5 bid. I think.
I would
4-5 bid.
They will not lose another non-conference game.
I would set the line at 5.
I would hope not. But the other team.
If you haven't signed up for BetMGM yet, use the bonus code FIELD200 and you will receive $200 in bonus bets instantly when placing your first wager of at least $10 with BetMGM. Here's what you got to do. Download the BetMGM app. Sign up using the bonus code FIELD200. Deposit at least $10 and place your first wager on any game, regardless of sport. You will receive $200 in bonus bets, regardless of the outcome of your wager. Just make sure that you use the bonus code FIELD200 when you sign up. And remember, BetMGM is now available under one wallet in select states. As a New Jersey resident, this is super convenient for me when I have to go cover games in New York or Philly. When crossing state borders, just log into your existing account instead of having to create new accounts in each state that you go to. And most importantly, I got to let you know, we do have some fun stuff coming up for this college basketball season. Bet insurance tokens, college hoops odds boosts, my personal favorite, parlay odds boosts. So download the BetMGM app today.
The other team is, I thought Cal would be better. They brought in Fardal Amick. They brought in Jalen Tyson, two really talented guys, and they dropped a game to Pacific, who's 227th on KenPom. They drop one to Montana State, who's 268 on KenPom. They drop one to UTEP. I thought that would get going, especially in that non-conference portion. I thought they would win some games, and they've started out 2-3. So there's two.
Yeah, so I wrote the Big Ten as the most disappointing one outside of Purdue. I think Purdue is living up to the expectations. Full disclosure, we are recording this right before Purdue and Tennessee play in the Maui Invitational in the semifinals. So this may be a very dumb take if Tennessee 20 pieces them here coming up, but Wisconsin has not been as good as I thought they were going to be. Michigan State has been disappointing to me. Michigan, after I spent a whole fucking week hyping them up, goes out and loses at home to Long Beach State. Come on, guys. Doug McDaniel, you're killing me. I was trying to put you in the Final Four, and you go out here and give up 94 points to Long Beach State. That's a disappointment. Ohio State has not been as good as I thought they were going to end up being. Maryland is 1-3 on the season. Rutgers lost at home to Princeton, who might actually be like a top 20 team in America. Indiana has not looked good. The Big Ten is just, outside of Purdue, is just not very good at all.
The bubble is gonna be soft.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very soft. It's going to be soft. You're going to have like a 17-14 team make it.
You know what I hope? You know what I hope? What I really want to have happen? Like, I want this to extend down to like the Mountain West. You know what I mean? Like, there are some good teams at the top of the Mountain West. San Diego State has proven themselves to be really good. I think Colorado State is going to eventually, down at the Hall of Fame Classic right now in Kansas City. They got Boston College on Wednesday night. I think that Nevada, I think Nevada's real. Like, Keenan Blackshear is a dude. Tio, you got some Mountain West games this year, right? Like, you're gonna like watching film on Keenan Blackshear. I think Boise State is gonna figure things out. I know they just lost at Clemson, but I think they're gonna be fine. Tyson Degenhart got in foul trouble early, and Tyson Degenhart realized really quickly how good PJ Hall actually is when he ran up against them. So
yeah, really good.
Yeah, really good.
The only issue, so I agree with you. The Mountain West is a good league and should get an extra bit, if not two, for how good it is, right? Last year, I think we remember this, there were a number of games in that league, unfortunately, that became, in if they win, out if they lose type of games, because, you open up, it's early, but San Diego State is the only team in the Mountain West that's in the top 40 of KenPom.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where, if you're a conference, you have to have great at the top if you're going to get an extra bid or two, in my opinion. Why?
Because you got to have teams that'll grab one from that top. Yeah.
And that's why I counter you on St. John's, and we can do a friendly wager, but I think that they will make it. Because, as you just said, you hope not, that they don't lose another non-conference game. I don't think they're going to. And so they're going to be, 9-2, 10-2 through non-conference play? If you go 9-2 or 10-2 and 10-10 in the Big East, you're going to make it this year.
This is where we need to talk about Vaulted. Vaulted is an app that allows you to participate in daily cash prize pools without an entry fee. It is the place you can store your own predictions forever And by using the Vaulted Challenge feature, you can prove that you are smarter than your friends and the people that you also hate, like Jeff Goodman. So go download the Vaulted app for free. It is spelled VLTED, and challenge your friends, store your predictions, and join daily cash prize pools without an entry fee. Goodman, here's the challenge that I have for you. I know that St. John's has already lost 2 games. I know they lost to Dayton. I know they lost at home to a Michigan team that you think is horrible, and I still think is actually pretty good. I am challenging you that St. John's is going to make it to the NCAA tournament still. Rick Pitino is going to find an answer here. Do you accept my challenge?
No, I agree with you. I'm not betting against Rick Pitino. He's got a completely different team. He doesn't have R.J. Luis, who's hurt right now. I don't know if he's got a dude, but I'm not sure he needs a dude to be able to get in the NCAA tournament. So I'm with you on this one. I'm not going against you.
Might. We'll see.
No, you're going to.
We'll see. I'm not sure that 10-10 in the Big East is something that's given, but we'll find out.
I don't think that's getting in, but maybe.
Thank you for watching the Field of 68. If you've enjoyed what you've seen here, hit that like button, share this link with your friends, or check out the description for some other places that you can consume Field of 68 content.